Well, guys, it finally happened. The 2022 Harley event just took place, and I got to tell you, I'm really excited about this event and what I saw from the motor company. We started out talking about tradition, and the one thing that I really liked with this is there was a lot of diversity in that video. There was a lot of diversity in the riders, which I think is something that Harley Davidson traditionally was lacking. And I love seeing that change, that we're trying to open up riding to a larger demographic. I think that's a huge win. I was really surprised to see the leaks that came out yesterday and showing the catalogs and things. But I have to say there's a part of me that thinks that that was a very calculated move by Harley, because they knew they had something big and they wanted to unleash it and really drive the excitement, which clearly it did. Big push in the beginning there for the performance bagger. Even though I ride a Ultra Limited, I'm a huge fan of the Road Glide. That's the bike I'm considering next, and I have to say I think Harley blew it out of the water with this event in what they're pushing. I still think that the Road Glide needs to be their premier bike. That needs to be the bike that they push. That's their win on Sunday, sell it on Monday style bike that they use the same theory with NASCAR. Seeing that Road Glide in an ST series, I absolutely love. I'm sorry, seeing it, in the ST series, I think that taking that bike and making it a performance bagger that you can buy off the shelf, if you will, in the dealership is going to be a fantastic win for Harley. We're seeing a lot of push with Harley Davidson in this idea that we're bringing touring to the younger generation, if you will, with the ST rather, lowrider. I really like that we're putting that emphasis on sport touring. I think that that's going to be a huge win for Harley Davidson. I really like that they're bringing the Road Glide, like I said, into that. So now we have this performance baby bagger in the lowrider ST. We've got a performance Road Glide ST. We have a Street Glide ST. They're really showing that they're going to make these touring platform bikes not only something that's going to be comfortable for absolutely crushing miles, but you're going to be able to have a bike that has that high performance. Coming in at that 30K mark for the Road Glide ST, I think is amazing. I mean, when you look at what that's offering versus a special, I think it's a huge win. That power plant alone is going to be huge. You're going to be able to buy that CVO motor in a non-CVO bike. And I think that the CVO bikes are going to continue to be a flagship bike like like we saw in the video. But I like seeing the power plant that I can buy without having to upgrade. So I could buy an ST bike, have that power plant, and roll out of the showroom and already have the base bike built. And then I can build on there by adding bars or grips or a different seat or whatever I want, but I can still buy that base platform. So I think it's going to be a lot like the Road Glide, the Street Glide Standard. It's that basic bike that you can build upon. I'm really excited to see this, and I'm really excited to see what Harley did with the paint on the CVOs. The flames, I'm a huge fan of. I know a lot of people might not be. Again, huge to see the Road Glide back in a CVO format for the Limited. I really like that. I really like, again, that they're pushing the Road Glide. I really think that the Road Glide is going to be the future of Harley Davidson, and you're going to see less and less sales of the Limiteds and the Street Glides, because the generations have changed. The older generation that still love that Street Glide look is going to stick with that, and it'll still be available to them. But the Road Glide is going to become more and more that premier flagship bike, if you will. Other thing that I liked to see too, and this may sound odd, is I like that they ended it with that there's more coming this year. I think that one of the things that Harley Davidson lacked was having this big major event, and then there's this letdown, right? There's this entire year where nothing happens with Harley Davidson, and then you wait, and come January, you may or may not be excited. So I think them ending it with saying that there's going to be new Sportster lines coming, I think that that's great. There's an emphasis on, the future of Harley Davidson, and the emphasis on not only making this a single year event, I really like that they're bringing out multiple events, much like Apple's doing. They're taking that play from Apple where they're coming out with bikes during the year. So it's not just January comes, you get excited, and then everything dies off for the rest of the year. I think it's a great marketing strategy, and I think it's showing that Harley Davidson is trying to build that brand and build the enthusiasm that it really lacked in the past. I think a one-year release thing is just really a terrible model for Harley Davidson. The other thing I thought was interesting that they sort of wrapped it up with is the talk of their clothing line. Their clothing line seems to be where they want to have their clothing line more diverse. I know we always joke that Harley Davidson is a clothing company that sells motorcycles, but I thought it was kind of interesting that they added that. It sounds like they're really going to try and put an emphasis on building the brand with a certain style look for each bike. Could be interesting, might not be, I don't know. But I really like that they ended it again talking about the future of Harley Davidson. I think we're going to see some really big things. They open up talking about the RevMax engine, and they end it with talking about the future. Now, we got to face it, the RevMax engine is coming to all Harley Davidsons at some point. So my hope is that now that the Rushmore project is coming up on 10 years in 2024, I'm really hoping that we're going to see the RevMax engine in the big touring bikes, buy a road glide with a RevMax engine. I can't imagine what they can do with that. And I really think this sends a message to Indian that they're about to get served. The excitement's there. The leaks drove that excitement. The live chat in the premiere event was amazing. All kinds of big names in the side chat from the YouTube community. So I love seeing this event. I love seeing the YouTube community involved in it. So we're going to be doing a live stream tonight on my channel, on the Barra the Biker channel, with my special guest Bodine52, one of my favorite YouTubers of all time. We're going to be talking about this event. That's going to be 8 p.m. Central Time. I'm sorry, 8 p.m. That's going to be 8 p.m. I'm way too excited about this event. That's going to be 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So please come in, stop at my channel. I'll put a link in the description. Join us in the live chat. Let me know what you think. Flames, no flames, big touring bikes, powerful touring bikes. Is that your thing? Were you left disappointed? Is there something you would have rather seen? So join us at 8 o'clock tonight, Eastern Standard Time. I hope to see you guys there in the side chat, and I look forward to hearing your feedback. As always, I hope you're staying safe, be well, and please remember, you are not alone. Thanks for watching, guys.